Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on this Sunday morning. Welcome to Step One's Doctors Celebration. Welcome to all the dignitaries, special guests, doctors, volunteers, and everyone else watching this celebration today. I would like to mention the presence of Dr. Kiran Bedi Madam, Honorable former Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry. She's here with us today. So, Doctors' Day celebration. Today, we will celebrate you, all Step One doctor warriors who have battled, protected, and saved India from the coronavirus. Hence our theme for today, My Hero Wears White. Hello, everyone. My name is Shruti Bharadwaj, a proud volunteer at Project Step One. Vaidyo Narayano Harihi means that a doctor should be seen as a form of Lord. And how true is that? Today is celebrated to you, lovely souls. Let's have great unlimited fun. Let the show begin. Coronavirus, COVID-19, home isolation, quarantine, symptoms, social distancing, masks, sanitizer. These words became the most often used in the global vocabulary in any language starting March 2020. Step One emerged as a swift response, a purpose to fill the void that governments were struggling to fill with the public healthcare solutions. Spreading faster than the virus, you, dear warriors, have made Step One's efforts successful, timely, and effective. With 7,000 plus beloved doctors, 1,000 plus citizen response team warriors, and 35 plus volunteer companies and organizations joining hands, you have made Step One the largest volunteer-based COVID-19 focused organization in India. Your impact has touched more than 5 million lives and completed more than 3 million teleconsultations and have prevented more than 1 million contacts from spreading this global pandemic. Please accept our respect, gratitude, and appreciation for all your efforts. Here is a small impact video from our end to all of you. Can we have the video, please? Thank you so much for that wonderful video tech team. It's now time for me to introduce the co-host of this event, Lalit Dhanush, who is a communication coach for students. Thank you for volunteering, Lalit, and over to you now.
Thank you, Shruti, for introducing me. And thank you, everyone who've joined this wonderful event. Today is a mark for all our doctors who are our frontline saviors, without whom we wouldn't have been able to fight our everyday struggles since the last 1.5 years. I still remember the very early days that doctors actually really helped me. About 6 months ago, my grandfather, in fact, who's very old, got COVID-19, and the kind of struggle that he went through, only a doctor could calm me and my family down. I could not tell how much I could thank this doctor, because throughout those 15 days, we were in absolute panic. Now imagine this going through the country. Thank you so much, doctors, for always being there. You are truly the definition of angels. On that note, here's something that I want to share, a small little tribute fact where we want to recognize some of the doctors who volunteer to do some tireless jobs. Number one, throughout this unforgettable journey, here's a fact for you. Step One doctors and volunteers worked every single day of the week across 21 states and cities. I'll just read out all the states and cities that we have doctors from: Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Kudlur in Tamil Nadu, Delhi, East Kamneg in Arunachal Pradesh, Gurugram in Haryana, Jharkhand, Karnataka, Mumbai, Nagpur, Pune, Maharashtra, Manipur, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Odisha, Puducherry, Punjab, and Uttarakhand. If you're joining from any of these locations I've mentioned or any other, please give me a yes on the chat box from your location name. In the chat box, I will be waiting to see your answer. You can type in right now. Just type in your location name and say yes. So for example, if I'm from Bangalore, so I'm going to type yes from Bangalore. Okay. So you could put in yes from dash. I'm waiting the chat box to explode. Wow, wonderful, wonderful. It's so lovely to see so many doctors joining in. And please remember, doctors, use the chat box to make sure that you communicate with us. Any feedback, any review, anything that you want to share can definitely be given to us. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to the next segment of our meeting. What we are going to do next is we're going to invite a very special person. We're going to invite Raghavendra Prasad, who's fondly known as Rags. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's welcome our first speaker for today, Mr. Raghavendra Prasad, or you can say Rags. Over to you, sir. Do we have him in the room?
Yes, Lalit, he must be here. Rags, are you here?
Yes, thanks a lot, Shruti and Lalit. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for everyone who's joined in to celebrate the Step 1 Doctors Day. And thanks for reading out all those statistics. And it's a very proud feeling that we are now live from Kanyakumari to Kashmir and Mumbai to Manipur. And in the second wave alone, we have helped about 3.6 million COVID-affected people or COVID-affected patients. Organized, more than 25,000 mental health counseling sessions, and this was all possible because of the efforts of numerous volunteers, paramedics, nurses, medical students, the tech team, the operations team, HR team. We have we also have the marketing team, and everything. But I think the key backbone for all of this, with all of this impact, are the doctors on Step 1, and we are here today to celebrate and recognize and show our gratitude for their contributions in this journey. I think we couldn't have come this far without the support of each and every doctor. Every call every doctor has made has touched a COVID patient and make them feel better. And we get so many messages from COVID patients who cannot thank enough the doctors who have helped them or their family members or their loved ones as part of the whole as part of their recovery from COVID. When Step 1 started, there is there's a little story that I thought I should talk about. That when Step 1 started, we were actually not sure that Step 1 is going to do what we are doing now. We weren't, what exactly to do was not something that was very clearly known. But we clearly knew that we have to help people who are affected by COVID, and we were exploring various ways. And when we met the IAS officer in Karnataka, Mr. Munish Maudgil, and we brainstormed a few things. He said, providing easy access to doctors is probably the best thing that we could be working on, or we should be working on. And when um, sorry. Yeah. So but we weren't sure where we could find these doctors. So we actually contacted a few of the startups, who are working along with us in the digital health space, and we were able to get their support that we are going to get a few doctors from each of them. But the whole thing totaled up to maybe only a few in number. And what Karnataka was looking for was at least 200 doctors who can help, because the numbers of that were expected were huge. And so we thought we'll quickly see and reach out to doctors whom we know. And we made a small WhatsApp message and sent it out. And before we knew, on the same day that we discussed that we will send this message, we had 600 doctors who signed up. And that is essentially how Step One became what it is today. It is because those initial 600 doctors came forward and gave us the confidence that this can be done. What we were thinking can be achieved. And now we have, I think, close to 12,000 doctors who have volunteered. And irrespective of how many hours they spend, even if they spend a few hours, it is valuable because it is touching a life. And there is a nice Subhashitani in Sanskrit. Subhashitani are good sayings, and it goes like this: Gunavat sancha sansargati yati nichopi gauravam. Pushpamala prasangena sutram shirasi dharyate. It means by association with virtuous people, even a wicked gets respect. By the association with flowers in a garland, even a mere thread is given the pride of a place of being worn on the head. So I think my personal journey has been enriched over the last decade because I have been associated with good people, and the most important of them are doctors. We clearly see that all of us have learned a lot of virtues, which for doctors, it is extremely common, and it is something that all of them have imbibed in themselves. The first and foremost is I would say hard work, and we have seen in second wave, in the first wave as well. We had doctors who are working till who are volunteering after their practice, late hours in the night, even up to sometimes 12 p.m. Again, before getting out to their duties, volunteering starting from 6 a.m. It's amazing, and it's a virtue which I've been privileged to have learned and experienced from very close quarters. The sense of duty, I think I know most of the doctors who always keep their Step One app on, even in during their OPD consults, and talk to patients in between their consultation. So the sense of duty is a virtue which I know doctors who use their commute to take calls on Step One. So this sense of duty of helping people and is something which is something that we have all learned from doctors. And in my observation, there are a lot of volunteers within Step One who are non-doctors who come as you know, a lot of people come and they stick. Some people quickly come but don't stick. But in my observation, the volunteers who stick a lot longer are the ones who have a direct contact with the doctors. And that's, I think, because they see the virtues, and they see that there is so much that we can learn from doctors and become better human beings. And that, I think, is a great learning for all of us who are all non-doctors but have this opportunity to interact so closely with doctors and learn from the good virtues that they possess. And so I feel extremely privileged, and without much ado, I would like to welcome all the guests who have taken time off from their busy schedules, and are here to celebrate the doctors on Step One and their efforts and their work. I certainly would like to say that my hero wears white. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rags, for such a wonderful, process. And your story is quite inspirational, because I think every doctor's story, in fact, speaks your story. Your story was a part of a larger story. Thank you so much for taking all of us through the entire process. I still remember the day we started Project Step One in March 2020. And even today, we're overwhelmed to see the number of doctors who have joined hands with us in these tough times to serve the healthcare needs of citizens, as well as extended helping the hands of the state government. I think if doctors wouldn't have stepped up, there is no way that we could have fought this battle the way we actually did, considering India being such a big country. We at Step One would also like to express our deep gratitude to you doctors in helping the country battle COVID-19 since 2020 relentlessly and tirelessly. Your patience is truly a gift. You have been with us every single day, and despite multiple waves that have engulfed us, your undaunted perseverance has been an inspiration, I must say. You are our hero in white, truly. And we bow down to you, and we express our deepest amount of gratitude to all of you. Thank you so much. One more time, doctors. On that note, let's move on to the next part of our agenda. Now I'd like to request Dr. Sachin Bajaj, the pillar of Step One, to say a few words on the impact created by doctors. He's also the founder of Ujala Sickness Hospital. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, can we have a huge round of applause and welcome Dr. Sachin Bajaj.
Thank you very much, Praj. मैं अकेला ही चला था जानिबे मंजिल, मगर लोग जुड़ते ही गए और कारवां बनता गया. I think that expresses the journey of Project Step One the best. It started out by Rags creating a small WhatsApp group and hoping that 200 doctors will join in, and now we have more than 10,000 doctors volunteering on the platform. I want to say to my dearest Step One family that we are living through extraordinary times. We did not choose them, but we definitely do get to choose. I want to begin by saying how incredibly proud and thankful I am for your selfless dedication as we fight this battle that we cannot even hope to escape. What the last year has shown us that there are widespread challenges in the medical systems of even the most advanced countries in the world. Even they have found their resources dwindling as they struggle to take care of their patients during the pandemic. Medical supplies were hard to find. There was not enough personal protective equipment. Even the most basic of needs, oxygen, ran out. And we saw healthcare workers across the globe fighting like soldiers without guns. When the wave came to India, it was our hour of reckoning. As the country shut down around us, the call to duty resounded within each of you star volunteers volunteering for Step One. I have felt personally the tide of your unswerving commitment, and I'm amazed at the sense of responsibility, solidarity, and willingness that quietly increased as the numbers began to rise. Even though today is a day to celebrate our victory, a day to reflect on our glorious achievements, today is also a day to remember our lost comrades, our soldiers who were martyred in this war against the virus. We have all lost our relatives, our friends, our colleagues, some in front of our eyes, some under our own care. So please join me now. Please switch on your cameras and join me now for 1 minute prayer of silence to remember our fallen martyrs. Thank you very much. If and when a third wave comes, we will have to gear up again and make maybe even tougher and more responsible decisions. Decisions that are timely, educated, and cost effective, yet decisions that may seem harsh and inconsiderate to some. There are enough alarms around, the news is raising fears, but the fact remains that no one knows how this will unfold. There are no absolute worst case scenarios and no absolute best case ones. There may come a time when we may have to provide critical guidance to our doctors to provide patient care decisions. We have proven that we are up to it in our earlier waves. The speed and accuracy with which we responded to the ever-changing scenarios of the first and second waves, our ability to bring in the best minds from across the world for our trainings, the rapidness of our response in gathering and disseminating knowledge about rare diseases like the black fungus, which most doctors had never seen even one case of in their lives. Our volunteers told us that we have only read about it, but we brought in the best minds who were treating these hundreds of cases and trained our doctors. This has all given us confidence that we are prepared for any unforeseen eventualities in the waves to come. We must hope for the best, but must not ignore the looming possibility that we could be on the Titanic without enough lifeboats. Each of you, our volunteers, plays an absolutely critical frontline role in this national response. We will be stretched between the need to survive and the desire to live. We will be taking an enormous personal risk for ourselves, for our families, in caring for the sick. I see every day how you honor our profession by showing up patients daily, doing much more than just your duty. I see also how you support your fellow volunteers on the WhatsApp groups with your dedication, your skill, and your courage. In this war, each one of us is a soldier in the trenches, and what we are fighting for is not personal glory, but the health and safety of our countrymen and the future of our humanity. There is not a shade of doubt that we at Project Step One will do whatever it takes to save as many lives as we can, even if we are armed just with our phone and the spirit to serve. The emotional pressures will mount, but together we will each help each other to navigate the challenges that the world currently faces. I'll just take a break to welcome Shri Arvind Kejriwal, sir, the Honorable Chief Minister of Delhi, who has just joined us. Thank you so much, sir, for sparing your valuable time and coming in. We're just finishing in less than 30 seconds, and then we will invite you to share your thoughts with us. Just speaking on the possibility of the third wave, I think we can make sure that we reduce the incoming third wave to just a ripple by standing in front of it like a dam, by creating awareness about it amongst our patients and our communities, by promoting SMS, sanitization, mask, social distancing, by removing vaccine hesitancy through the corporate webinars and the community webinars that we are doing, through the helplines that we are managing, and our partnership with organizations like Facebook, WhatsApp, and other big corporates that we are working with. As I said at the beginning, we did not choose these times, but perhaps these times chose us. In this extraordinary battle, I am so grateful to be amongst you, this amazing Project Step One team that has come together in such incredible ways. To battle alongside all of you through these unprecedented times is my privilege and my honor. We spread faster and we'll continue to spread faster than the virus. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you so much, Doctor, for that wonderful note. And From 100 doctors to 10,000 doctors, this has been a very, very emotional journey for all of us. Thank you, doctors, for joining in today. Lalit, over to you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of the hour right now. We have with us Shri Arvind Kejriwal ji, our Honorable Chief Minister of Delhi. So without further ado, let's welcome a leader who's spearheaded the fight against COVID-19 and has been doing amazing and tremendous amount of job in terms of helping the people of Delhi and the country. Without further ado, let's welcome our Chief Minister of Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal ji.
आप सबका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आज मुझे अपने बीच में इनवाइट करने के लिए. थैंक यू सो मच. आई एम रियली ग्रेटफुल एंड ऑनर्ड टू बी अमंगस्ट ऑल ऑफ यू. सबसे पहले मैं शुचिन जी को और पूरी टीम को, प्रोजेक्ट स्टेप 1 की पूरी टीम को बहुत बहुत बधाई देना चाहता हूं. जिस तरह से उन्होंने पिछले 1.5 साल में कोविड के दौरान पूरे देश के लोगों की सेवा की है. आज सुबह मैं पढ़ रहा था तो जो स्टेप 1 के स्टेटिस्टिक्स हैं, दे आर जस्ट टू अमेजिंग. अभी जैसे बताया गया कि 10,000 डॉक्टर्स स्टेप 1 के साथ एसोसिएटेड हैं, 15,000 मेडिकल स्टूडेंट्स स्टेप 1 के साथ एसोसिएटेड हैं, 21 स्टेट्स में स्टेप 1 काम कर रहा है और 33 लैंग्वेजेस बोलते हैं आप लोग. इस कोविड के दौरान आप लोगों ने 55 लाख लोगों की मदद की एंड ऑन एन एवरेज 90,000 फोन कॉल्स पर डे वर अटेंडेड. दिस इज सिंपली अमेजिंग एंड आई वांट टू कांग्रेचुलेट ऑल ऑफ यू. पूरी टीम को मैं बहुत बहुत बधाई देना चाहता हूं और पूरा देश आप लोगों का आभारी है. पूरा देश डॉक्टर्स का आभारी है. जिस तरह से पूरी मेडिकल कम्युनिटी ने आगे बढ़ के इस कोरोना काल में देश की सेवा की है, लोगों की मदद की है, पूरा देश डॉक्टर्स का बहुत बहुत आभारी है. मैं पर्सनली ऐसे बहुत सारे डॉक्टर्स को जानता हूं जो कई कई महीनों तक अपने घर नहीं गए. वो अपने बच्चों की परवाह किए बिना, अपने परिवार की परवाह किए बिना और कोरोना की परवाह किए बिना अपनी जान की बाजी लगा के उन्होंने लोगों की सेवा की पूरे डेडिकेशन के साथ. उनको बदले में कुछ नहीं मिल रहा था, उनको बदले में कोई एक्स्ट्रा पैसा नहीं मिल रहा था, उनको बदले में कोई एक्स्ट्रा पोजीशन या प्रमोशन नहीं मिल रही थी. इट वाज जस्ट फॉर द सेक ऑफ देयर लव फॉर ह्यूमैनिटी कि उन लोगों ने लोगों की सेवा की. ऐसे सभी डॉक्टर्स को, ऐसे सभी नर्सिंग स्टाफ, पैरामेडिकल स्टाफ को हम सलाम करते हैं. एक व्हाट्सएप मैसेज आया था एक बारी जिसमें बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग लिखा हुआ था कि कोरोना के काल में मंदिर बंद हैं क्योंकि भगवान सफेद कोट पहन के अस्पतालों में घूम रहा है. तो लोगों की जो भावना थी, भावना है डॉक्टर्स के लिए, वो भी लोग डॉक्टर्स को भगवान की तरह पूजते हैं. लेकिन इसके बावजूद भी ऐसे भी कई मौके आए जब कुछ लोगों ने डॉक्टर्स के साथ मिसबिहेव भी किया. इधर उधर देश में ऐसे कुछ मौके देखने को मिले. 90-95% केसेस में डॉक्टर्स जैसा भी हो बर्दाश्त करते हैं और सामने वाले पेशेंट की सिचुएशन को समझते हुए और रिलेटिव्स की मानसिकता को समझते हुए बहुत सारा बर्दाश्त करते हैं. लेकिन जब चीज़ें बर्दाश्त के बाहर हो जाती है तो डॉक्टर्स को कभी कभी प्रोटेस्ट भी करना पड़ता है. तो इतनी कठिन परिस्थितियों के अंदर भी डॉक्टर्स ने काम किया और इसमें कई सारे डॉक्टर्स और पैरामेडिकल स्टाफ को हम लोगों ने खोया भी है. कई लोग शहीद हो गए, लोगों की सेवा करते करते शहीद हो गए और मैं उन सब लोगों को श्रद्धांजलि देता हूं और उनको सबको सैल्यूट करता हूं और पूरे देश की तरफ से उन लोगों को श्रद्धांजलि देता हूं. हमारे से जो हमारे सामने आया, हमने कोशिश की उन सब चीज़ों को ठीक करने की. एक तो ये कि जो डॉक्टर्स और फ्रंटलाइन वर्कर्स कोरोना का काम करते हुए, ड्यूटी करते हुए शहीद हुए, दिल्ली सरकार ने उनको 1-1 करोड़ रुपए की उनके परिवार को सम्मान राशि दी. ये कोई कॉम्पेंसेशन नहीं है, ये कोई मुआवजा नहीं है, ये थैंक्स बोलने का एक तरीका है, दैट वी केयर फॉर यू. The country stands with you. The society stands with you. और we are grateful to you. और दूसरा, जब कोरोना के वक्त में बहुत सारे ऐसे डॉक्टर्स थे जो कि घर नहीं जाते थे, क्योंकि अगर घर जाएंगे और बाई चांस इन्हें भी कोरोना है तो घर के लोगों को भी कोरोना हो जाएगा। उस वक्त उनके लिए हमने दिल्ली में 5 स्टार होटल्स में अरेंज किया कि वो डॉक्टर्स जब तक कोरोना के मरीजों को अटेंड कर रहे हैं तब तक वो घर ना जाके 5 स्टार होटल्स में वो लोग काम करते रहें। स्टेप 1 की तरफ से बहुत मदद मिली हम लोगों को, खासकर जो हमारी कॉल्स आती थी और टेली काउंसलिंग के उसमें स्टेप 1 ने बहुत मदद की। शुचिन के डायरेक्टली टच में मेरी टीम रहती थी एंड जब भी हमने किसी भी तरह की मदद मांगी हमें स्टेप 1 की तरफ से बहुत मदद मिली। हमारे जितने कोविड सेंटर्स होते थे वहाँ भी जब डॉक्टर्स की जरूरत होती थी हम स्टेप 1 की मदद लेते थे। उसके लिए हम बहुत बहुत आभारी हैं। और अब सुन रहे हैं कि 3rd वेव आने वाली है, तो 3rd वेव की तैयारियां भी शुरू हो गई हैं। भगवान ना करे 3rd वेव आए, लेकिन जिस तरह की पूरी दुनिया के अंदर बातें सुन रहे हैं उससे अपने को तो पूरी तैयारी करनी है। तो हमारा ये रिश्ता बना रहेगा स्टेप 1 का और दिल्ली सरकार का। इट्स मोर ऑफ एन इमोशनल रिलेशनशिप देन एनीथिंग एल्स। अगेन आई वुड लाइक टू थैंक यू। और मैं भारत सरकार से निवेदन करना चाहूँगा कि इस साल भारत रत्न जो है वो इंडियन डॉक्टर को मिलना चाहिए। इंडियन डॉक्टर से मेरा मतलब कोई इंडिविजुअल नहीं है, इंडियन डॉक्टर से मेरा मतलब पूरी कम्युनिटी है, सारे डॉक्टर्स, सारे नर्सिंग स्टाफ। आई थिंक दैट विल बी द ग्रेटेस्ट ऑनर दैट एंड इन अ वे वी कैन से थैंक यू टू आवर एंटायर मेडिकल फ्रेटर्निटी अगर हम ऐसा करते हैं तो। सो अगेन थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you so much, Dr.
Thank you so much, Shri Arvind Kejriwal ji, for your wonderful inspiration. Host, I'd request you to continue. I'd also like to recognize our top 10 performing doctors along with their statistics in the presence of our Chief Minister, just ensuring that we acknowledge their effort and their sincereness. Can we quickly have our slides, please? Thank you, online host. Now I'd like to call upon 10 specific names, and I hope the person in the room can also switch on their camera and get recognized at this moment for your priceless effort. Let's begin. First doctor is Dr. Lata Saini. The amount of patients she's consulted is a whooping 12,345 patients. It sounds like a fancy number, but that is, gentlemen, a huge round of applause for Dr. Lata. Next, we have Dr. Pramila Harimohan. The patients consulted is 2,660 patients. Then we have Dr. Amita Pal. Patients consulted is 2,861 patients. Next, we have Dr. M.G. Umakant Adiga. Patients consulted is 5,244 patients. Up next, we have Dr. Radha Jaya Juneja. Patients consulted is 4,941 patients. Can we go on to the next slide, please? Thank you, all these doctors. Moving on, Dr. Veena Suresh Pai. Patients consulted is 3,124. Dr. Vichitra Gupta. Patients consulted is 2,879. Then we have Dr. Meera Ramakrishnan. Patients consulted is 4,541. Then we have Dr. Arundhati Nishkant Baxi. Patients consulted is 2,709. And last but not least, Dr. Uma Rao. Patients consulted 2,679. Can we please give a huge round of applause for this amazing effort put by the heroes of our country? And they've really stood forward as the pillar of our nation. Thank you so much, doctors. It's my heartfelt gratitude. And thank you, Chief Minister, for your encouraging words one more time. Over to you, Shruti.
Congratulations to all the doctors, and thank you so much, sir, for taking time off a busy schedule and coming here to encourage us. You've always been of great support to us, and we look forward to having you in our future celebrations as well. Thank you so much. Right, so before we move on to the next segment, Lalit, what do you want to do? To entertain our doctors here? Do we have some games? Can we bring out some games for 5 minutes?
Yeah, absolutely. So I was thinking that let's have some sort of a quiz. So are you guys interested in playing a quiz? Can you make some noise in the chat box?
Let's all type in yes. YESSSS and S.
Okay, Shruti, can I take over?
Yes, please.
Okay, just give me 10 seconds. My slides are loading up. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do a very quick round of something that most of us love in this country. We love the game of cricket. This year, unfortunately, we had the IPL also stop in between. So I just thought what I'll do is I will ask questions based on our IPL. Okay, so if this is something of your interest, then do type in the chat box and I will see who is the fastest one to type in their answers. Just for a couple of minutes, let's have some fun. And here we go. Okay, in the IPL season, in all of the seasons, which season had the most number of hat tricks? I'll give you options. Number 1, 2014. Number 2, 2008 and 2017. Or number 3, 2009 or 2013. Which do you think is the right answer?
Lalit, we already have an answer in the chat box from Kuldeep Chawla. Okay, we are getting answers. I can see a lot of IPL fans.
Wow, I think IPL is unbeatable. The amount of fan following we have. Let me pick out somebody who's given me the right answer. Anybody who's written the year 2017, you are absolutely right. And Mr. Kuldeep Chawla, who gave the first answer amongst everybody, gets the answer right. Yes, it is 2017 and 2008. Fantastic. Let's move on to the next one. Which player holds the record for the fastest 50 in IPL? I repeat, which player holds the record for the fastest 50 in IPL? Option 1, KL Rahul. Option 2, Nicholas Puran. Option 3, Mr. Yuvraj Singh. Who is your option? Wow. Oh my God. I have to find the answer. Everybody is. Sangeeta says my husband. Wow. Miss Sangeeta, I want to know who this is. And that's nice that, you said your husband. Wow. Quite surprising. I hope your husband's an IPL player. Somebody said Chris Gayle. Sir, Chris Gayle is not in the option. Yes, Dr. Yash Saxena, you get it absolutely right. It is KL Rahul from Karnataka who scored the highest, but he was playing for Kings 11 Punjab against the Delhi Daredevils. A little bit of trivia on that for you. Moving on. Next question. Shruti, let me know when we can stop and I will stop, okay? But I will be going until then.
We can go on for one more question and then we will move on to the next segment.
Okay, done. Which player is the oldest, I repeat, which player is the oldest to win the purple cap, which is given to the highest wicket taker in the tournament? Oldest, remember that's the clue. Have three options. One is Imran Tahir. Second is Lasith Malinga. And third is Ashish Nehra. Who do you think got this award? Okay, we see Mr. Kuldeep again is quite fast on this. He says, Nehra, the answer goes to Dr. Ruchika, who says Imran. Imran Tahir is the right answer. He is the South African leg spinner who is now at 41 and claimed 26 wickets in the 2019 season when he was 39 years old. With that bit of trivia and fun, thank you so much. Over to you, Shruti. Back to you.
Thank you so much for that wonderful game, Lalit. And you know what? Our doctors are champions, Lalit. And you will see our doctors sing and dance in a musical pledge later in the show today. Not right away, but later in the show. I will present a beautiful video of our doctors singing and dancing. But it's time for our next segment now. I would like to welcome our Honorable former Lieutenant Governor of Puducherry, Dr. Kiran Bedi, Madam, to this occasion. She is the first Indian female to become an officer in the Indian Police Service and has been a great inspiration for all of us. I welcome you, ma'am, and over to you for some words of inspiration.
Yeah. Got it. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Let me begin by saying a big thank you and big congratulations to Step One. I recall the days when the Dr. Bajaj and Dr. Raghavendra Prasad, and I do not know whether Lalit you also came, but you came and visited me in Pondicherry with this proposal of your Step One, saying how can Puducherry be integrated? I'm so grateful that you came at a very, very, very critical time. So cannot thank you enough for what you've done for the country and for Puducherry at that time. It's very remarkable, as the Honorable Chief Minister has also already mentioned, the dimensions and the kind of quantity of contribution Step One has made. I personally also benefited. My NGOs have also benefited from Dr. Bajaj and Raghavendra Prasad's interventions. I'm personally grateful, and let me thank you on behalf of we, the people of India, I individually, collectively, and even my not-for-profit organizations, the Navjyoti India Foundation and the India Vision Foundation. So from the gratitude, what I've heard so far, I just wanted to say that I was hearing your prior proceedings. If I would move on to, I believe you have a role to play. You have now you have created a position where now you can play a transformative role. A role which is long-term. You've provided present answers. You've given new answers. You've given systems of response right now, and also preparatory for the third wave to an extent. But I think we are now looking for years ahead, because health is, I think, the challenge number one for mankind today, not only for India, but for mankind as a whole, humanity as a whole. As it said, if you have health, you have wealth. But if you have wealth, you may or may not have health. But if you have health, you will have wealth, because you will use your hands and skills. But if you have no health, even national economy is dependent on the national health. So therefore, health is India's and world's number one priority. So therefore, we owe it a duty to this country to put a system in place. There is no doubt that we've had a broken down system in the past. We've had a system where a Medical Council of India chiefs went to prisons. It's a fact. We've had a Medical Council of India which was ridden with scams and corruption. We've had a system. All members were not there. But the fact is, we were reading in the newspapers what was happening to then individuals, not as an organization, but to individuals in the Medical Council of India. Therefore, there is a lot of things, a lot of legacy to be cleaned up. By the way, I've had a word with the member, an honorable member of the National Medical Commission yesterday in preparatory to connecting with you. And I thought I could check with them how they're doing and what is their future plan ahead. And I'm very happy to say that they are into cleaning of the organ stables right now. he informed me that they are cleaning up the organ stables of what was left behind and putting a system in place. So taking over from that, and I've also tracked how you all celebrated the Doctors' Day. I've tracked what Honorable Chief Justice of India said. I've also tracked what the Honorable Prime Minister said on Doctors' Day. I've also kept track of what the Niti Aayog has said. So tracking from these three, and I've also now heard the preceding speakers. Can I now give you a few points where I think the step one role needs to be stepped up? You need to step up your roles. And here are my 5 points in the given time you've given me. I'll not expand them, but I would urge you that step one, to take these as strategies to be now taken up. That is, I think, your role. You put a human resource package of 10,000 doctors together. Then you've done 15,000 students together. You brought languages together. You brought phone call. Well, the point is here, 10,000 has to cover everybody. The number must multiply. Similarly, students' number should multiply. Every student should be a volunteer. Every medical student needs to be a volunteer. Every medical doctor, government or private, needs to be a volunteer. So that means you can create volunteering units in rural areas and in tier 2 cities particularly. And tier 1 people are accessible. But rural areas, backward areas, tribal areas, far-flung areas, marginalized areas, and in the tier 2. Here are my 5 points, if you may care to make a note. Here's my little homework for step 1, to step up for a long-term vision. And number 1 is work closely with the National Health Mission. This is my 1. Please engage with them, not only in emailing, but in engaging with the chairman and the 30-member commission, whatever the commission is all of them, because I find them now very well-meaning, and they are assuring you of transparency and total integrity. Now, once an organization assures you of transparency, integrity, the onus now is on us to engage with them. So number 1, engage with them. Secondly, take forward where Honorable Prime Minister, the Honorable Chief Justice, and the Niti Aayog and others have been saying. And what are they saying? Few things. Number 1, capacity building. How do you have capacity building? Which means the partnership between the private sector and the public sector. In the fee structure, in the curriculums, fee structure, in curriculums, and in volunteerism. So capacity building, that means I'm not saying how, it's a what, it's a goal. Now, how do we do? Because capacity building has been asked for, and major hospitals have the capacity to become private hospitals. How do they become? And not only doctors, but the entire medical nursing and the paramedics. Number 1, capacity building. That means step 1 should put up a step 1 proposal of capacity building concerning private and public partnership. It covers admissions, it covers curriculum, it covers participation, it covers volunteerism, it covers even the preparing children for Niti Aayog, the NEET program. I've seen certain states, including Puducherry, I've mostly seen children clamoring for education for NEET, preparation for the NEET test, and they don't have that. So I think those children, and the language, if they don't have the language, they don't have English, what do they do? So in vernaculars, how do you prepare children for NEET? So this is one capacity building. Secondly is, I think there's a case made out for National Health Mission to be brought at par like the Election Commission, where it gets a constitutional status, where it's sturdy and it's sustainable and it's strong and it's secure and it's independent and it's insulated. You see, I'm using very strong words. Insulation is very, very important. You need to bring now National Health Mission at par with the Election Commission. So you have a health mission which has a constitutional status, not a recommendatory body, but a constitutional status. So Raghu, I know you're nodding your head. I'm so glad that you're listening to me carefully. So therefore is at par. So that means you need to put a team together which makes out a proposal for the government of the day, and you have the Chief Justice expressing this. He's talking about capacity building. Now that he's made a statement, let's translate that into action. Capacity building, Honorable Prime Minister said, let's translate that into action. That means you go back with proposals and engage them. You send emails to them, ask for appointments, and go and meet them, maintaining social distance. So engage them virtually and engage them personally as things improve. Third is also you need to ask for an institution of group of scientists for scientific reviews. Very, very important is scientific reviews by consensus. That means you have team of experts constantly doing peer reviews. So you need a body for peer reviews. It's revealed in COVID and the vaccination processes. These are the areas for improvement. Fourth is also, may I urge you, make out a case and take on board legal experts, Sachin, is to have state health also on the concurrent list. While the states remain responsible for healthcare, we've all seen. And remember, you have health secretaries and health secretaries. You have brilliant health secretaries, and you also have health secretaries who better had not been there. So you got both kinds of bureaucrats. You got outstanding bureaucrats who drive the change. And we've seen states which did drive the change. We've also seen places where it would have been better if that health secretary had not been there, and we would have probably been in a better position. I'm not mentioning any negativity or positivity. I'm saying put it on concurrent list so that not only disaster management, the Home Secretary and the Government of India can intervene, you can intervene on a regular basis. So I think it's a case. That means you will need to engage with the best of the legal minds to do gratis for you. And how do we make it? And maybe you can take it to these are issues now. Look, I'm suggesting you systemic changes which will go back to our grandchildren. And they will owe it to step one for having stepped up. So this is concurrent list. Secondly is, please, let's find a way so that Ayushman Bharat covers every Indian, every citizen, migrant or not migrant. Every citizen gets the Ayushman Bharat. It is at the moment spreading, but digitization of medical records is very, very vital. I've seen many are hesitant in entering into the digitization for whatever reasons. So I think, and digital is also a Government of India plan. So therefore, help strengthen the hands of the government to carry forward this as a medical community. Ayushman Bharat and digitization of records and everybody coming on one digital platform. And lastly, and not the least, don't resist it. Integrate the Indian medical system in yours. And that's what the Prime Minister said. And that's what the National Health Mission is working towards. How do they integrate the Indian medicine system? And there are Indian medicine systems which do play a role. I'm myself a beneficiary of the acupuncture. Believe me, I lost my voice. I lost my voice at a particular time. And nothing, it was taking time. And everybody said, it needs voice rest. Now that was not a time for a voice rest. What do? I cannot shut up. I have to communicate. And thanks to me, Dr. Raman Kapoor is one. Dr. Raman Kapoor and his wife, Sunita Kapoor. She both, gave me my voice within 2 days. Only by acupuncture. How they said diverted the energy without any medicines of the kind. Of course, I took my medicines as my doctor prescribed. I took that also. But I also did a voice rest. But within 2 days, it was a miracle for me that I got my voice back and I could perform my duties as were essential at that time. So acupuncture, acupressure, and all other internal medicines, which we got expertise in this country, allow people a choice. So while they go, so I think medical profession should allow people a choice. And then nobody better than our Honorable Prime Minister who said, promote right nutrition, promote right yoga practices for the patients, promote that. So that I've seen a doctor said, no, you can have so much of this food, you can have so much of this liquid, but as long as you keep this. Look, the man is suffering from such and such position. And he says, okay, because he doesn't want to lose his patient. He doesn't want to lose his patient. And he continues to prescribe, even if it's in moderation. Some things are never done in moderation. It happens. So doctor has to be very firm and clear on the preventive health aspect, which is maintaining good health. So doctors, I would just do a quick sum up. I'm looking at capacity building team for you as a step one. election commission status. Third is the asking for a scientific group reviews. First of all, I'd ask you to engage proactively with the National Health Mission because they're asking for it. So don't wait. And then health on the concurrent list. If it comes, the sooner the better. Don't wait for Disaster Management Act, which is only reactive, right? Which comes at the crisis time. No, we want to prevent crisis so that state center can closely work out. Ayushman Bharat for all, which is a national scheme, but all states must, because it's a health subject, some states are fast and some states are slow. Whereas if it was a concurrent list, you would have had it by now for everybody. They would have provided the monies, etc., etc. And then the integrated cooperative management system. And I also talked about in the capacity building, vernacular for NEET, so that our children of other areas, which are not as much of good in English, we could have doctors from regional areas. We could have children, boys and youth. I'm coming from Punjab, let's say the deep of the Northeast or elsewhere, whatever, tribal areas, etc. I thought I want to thank Sachin that you invited me, even though it was a very short notice, Raghuvinder, you also and your entire team of Jatin and other. As I mentioned to Sachin, look, I was only 6 years old when my father was hit by a very heavy accident from behind. I was only 6 years old. My sister was 4, and we were 3 girls. We were 4 later. But Daddy was hit by a Jeep, and the Jeep ran away, leaving him bleeding. And he was, I think, breathing his last. Good citizens, Samaritans, picked him up and to call the Jeep back, saying, where are you running away? How can you leave him on the road like that? And they called the Jeep back, saying, isko hospital leke jao. Said, my daddy was driven to the nearby Vijay Hospital in Amritsar. And I remember when we were little children, how my mother ran on the road when she heard the message from the daddy's in hospital. It was a Sunday and Papa was on a motorcycle, Royal Enfield he had at that time. And he was hit by a Jeep from behind. When he was in the hospital, I still remember his face as a 6-year-old. It was all full of stitches at that time, stitches already. And what happened? My father was in the hospital and the doctor, and his first thing he told the hospital that Dr. Mohan Singh, he's my tennis friend. Daddy was a tennis friend, very good tennis friend. He was tennis friend. He said, if Dr. Mohan Singh is here, please send him a message that Prakash is here in the hospital. He will come running. He will come running. So and care enough, Daddy, Dr. Mohan Singh came. And Dr. Mohan Singh, moment Dr. Mohan Singh came, he touched my father and my father said, Doctor, I'm in your hands now. I have 3 children, 3 girls behind. 3 girls to look after, doctor. And then the doctor told my mother, Prem, and they were very good friends, अगर ये 24 घंटे survive कर गया तो ये बच जाएंगे. I heard all this. And my father was saved by him. Look, if I'd lost my father at the age of 6, would I have been speaking to you today? Would I have been here today? No way. I owe my life, my whole family to that doctor. My father's life when I was only 6. And my mummy would have probably had 3 of us not knowing how to pay a school fee because everything was bread earner, which is daddy. So whenever I get an invitation from the doctors, however short the notice is, I know. Now you see, all others also, millions also owe it to. Therefore, I think while you put an infrastructure in place of step 1, keep this expanding. I think I would say keep this expanding. And number 2, keep this growing. And number 3 is engage with the National Health Mission. And let's write a petition. And I've already spoken to the National Health Mission. They're waiting for your petition now. They're waiting for your memorandum from you. I've sent the email to Sachin already. I've sent the name and number. It's Dr. Oza from Puducherry because I knew him. I spoke to Dr. Oza personally. I said, Doctor, can we do something? He said, sure, send us a representation. And if you can include me as a signatory in that memorandum of association, because I also have a duty, a responsibility towards the promotion of the improvement of the systems of healthcare in India now and the years to come, so that we can keep the wolf of viruses away from our doorsteps. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, madam. Huge round of applause, everyone, to Dr. Kiran Bedi, madam, for being such an inspiration. Ma'am, every time you talk, I will always have goosebumps on my hands, and I'm sure everybody here is experiencing the same. Thank you so much for presenting these wonderful strategies and for us to implement, and for showing the future to Project Step One. Thank you so much. In your presence, I would like to recognize our champion doctors. Tech team, can we please have the slides? First and foremost, we have Dr. Jyoti Malik with 11,101 patients consulted. And then we have Dr. Geetanjali Moni, who has consulted 2,645 patients. We have Dr. Archana Rai Singhani, who's consulted patients of 2,590 patients. We have Dr. Suchitra Chandar, who has actually consulted more than 2,465. Last but not the least, we have Dr. Palak Parag, who has consulted 2,338 plus patients. Next slide, please. We have Dr. Usha Ranidash, who has consulted more than 3,366 patients. We have Dr. Sanjeev Agarwal with 3,293 patients consulted. We have Dr. Nilima Kadambi with 3,280. We have Dr. Neelam with 3,244 patients consulted. And we have Dr. Vatsala Sheshadri with more than 3,000 consultations. Congratulations to all the doctors. And thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us today here and for presenting these wonderful strategies that we are sure to implement in the time coming. Thank you so much. Over to you, Lalit.
Thank you, Dr. Kiran Bedi. I mean, it was a real true moment for me. Because I've been listening to Dr. Kiran Bedi ever since I was a child, and to really listen to her one more time, with such words of confidence and wisdom and strategies to implement for all the doctors around here. I'm sure she got the entire room going. On that note, we have another eminent speaker, another leader by power, who's here to address the entire gathering. Ladies and gentlemen, now I'd like to welcome our Honorable Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, Shri C.N. Ashwath Narayan Ji. He has always been a super supportive person and pillar for us in this battle against COVID. I would like to request him to come on screen and share a few words of inspiration and a few words of wisdom with us. Ladies and gentlemen, with a round of applause, can we welcome our Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, Shri C.N. Ashwath Narayan Ji.
Namaskara, dear friends. As we are celebrating the Doctors' Day today, organized by the Step One, on this occasion, I would like to recognize the presence of all the dignitaries who have been part of this function and all the participants. As I've been, entire country, we have been facing the COVID-19 pandemic. In this backdrop, the Step One came forward how best to address this challenge. It is really something beyond my imagination. An organization, a group of volunteers, accomplished volunteers who came forward what needs to be done in this society. That kind of understanding itself is really appreciable. Something, how much we appreciate, it is less. Working as in a group, as an individual, it's a totally different, and being part of the government and working is a different ball game. But as in a group of volunteers, understanding the challenge, what needs to be done, is really, I'm emphasizing again and again, because this was the need of the hour, and they've addressed that challenge by bringing the professionals to accomplish the professionals together with the technology and the professional. How difference can be made is been shown by the Step One. And Step One making such a huge difference, particularly in this pandemic, was a very challenging situation with not much of medical infrastructure and nobody knows much about this disease, how to reach out to people, how to create awareness, even though people are, the facility is in scarcity. Even in the scarcity, how best the available infrastructure can be leveraged. People being in home isolation itself, how to treat them, how to reach out, how to give treatment, communicate, contact, how to segregate them, bucketing into various categories. All these things were effectively done. And if not for the step one, probably we would have faced a lot of challenges. A lot of challenges, which would have definitely put the entire system into definitely a crisis. The crisis was averted by the step one. So the step one, working very closely with the doctors, they understood how doctors have done a difference. Doctors, from the time since the evolution of the humankind, they have been playing a very big role. And because of their service, today we have been seeing the quality of life being improved, the life expectancy has improved, and all possible good things were provided by this profession. And since the medical profession has been known as a noble profession, and the doctors, even before this COVID pandemic, the infection is there in our society. It's a society which we have been facing it for decades and centuries, the infectious disease. So these professionals were working from all these times, and continuously they have been exposed to many infections. And probably during the COVID only, this problem was much more highlighted, the kind of risk the medical professionals have been working with a lot of challenges, risking their life. Many people have lost their lives during this pandemic. Even earlier, many people used to lose their life working, caring for the patients. But during COVID, their sacrifice was very well recognized, and the kind of commitment, and with the commitment they've been working and making a difference without any immunization, vaccination, they were completely exposed to the patient. They never even thought twice to work in this kind of challenging environment. They just volunteered. They've been discharging their duty very sincerely. Probably on this Doctors' Day organized by the Step One, it is all of us a duty to appreciate their hard work, their commitment, their sincerity for the upliftment of the people's life and the protecting of the lives is really appreciated. And once again, in this direction, the state of Karnataka, the government of Karnataka, we have been doing a lot to manage and ensure the COVID management has been managed very effectively in collaboration with Step One. I've been working very closely with Step One from the day one. I was a person who worked as a bridge between the government and the Step One and facilitated the participation of the Step One in a very big way. Even now, the Step One has been working very closely to bring in a lot of reform changes and scaling up the operations. And the Step One services is really appreciable, and the group of people, 100 accomplished person coming together and working very sincerely, and it is 100% working on the voluntary basis. So this organization requires wide recognition, and they have been an inspiration for all of us how best we can work selflessly, and coming out within the need of the hour is very important. Without even thinking twice, they were a big solution. So once again, on behalf of the people of Karnataka, I would like to thank the Step One for organizing the Doctors' Day and as well as recognizing their good services. It is my duty. I wish them all the best in their endeavors. Let them keep doing much more good work, and let them be the true inspiration for all of us to contribute for the best of the society. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you, Dr. Ashwath Narayan, for such a wonderful word of inspiration. I'm sure your words of encouragement will serve as support for all the doctors who are going to work tirelessly for the next coming few years. Before we move on to the next part of the agenda, we would like to recognize 10 doctors in front of your presence, Dr. Ashwath. So just stay along with us here, and we will present 10 people's slides here. Can we put that on, please? Okay. Beginning with a doctor who's consulted 6,152 patients. It's Dr. Anil Kumar Pierre. Can we have a huge round of applause for him? Then we have Dr. Nihad, who's consulted 4,522. Can we have a huge round of applause for her as well? Then Dr. Sufana Singh, who's consulted over 3,900 patients. Dr. Ramita, who's consulted over 3,700 patients. Dr. Purnima, who's consulted over 3,600 patients. Can we have a huge round of applause for all of these 5 doctors who are really the superheroes of this country? Next. Dr. Puneet Kumar, who's consulted over 2,326 patients. Dr. Halima Yezdani, who's consulted over 2,197 patients. Dr. Jayalakshmi, 2,091 patients. And Dr. Sabera Ahmed, 2,076. Just to break this down, ladies and gentlemen, in a year, there are 365 days. If these wonderful doctors have been consulting over 2,000 patients, you can roughly do the math as to how many patients on an average that these doctors are consulting. I'm sure they would have spent more time with the patients online itself than their family members. For all the sacrifices you have made, thank you one more time, doctors. You are truly the superheroes in white for us. Thank you so much. With this, thank you, Dr. Ashwath, for joining us for this wonderful session and for supporting us always. Over to Shruti, over to you.
Thank you so much, and congratulations to all the doctors once again. Thank you, sir, for joining us here today, and we're grateful to you for your huge support, and we look forward to having an ongoing partnership with you in the better times as well. Right, now is the time that we present the musical pledge by our doctors. I would like to mention Dr. Abhiruchi's name here. Dr. Abhiruchi Tuli has been a great inspiration for me, because she keeps composing, apart from, consulting the patients with so much of busy schedule, she takes time and then she composes these beautiful songs, and then she talks to the doctors to, involve them, and then they have composed they have choreographed for the song that they have created. And I think this is an amazing thing that you will be seeing in the next few seconds. Can we have the video, please? I request everyone to keep your videos on and enjoy this song.
सेवा ही अपना धर्म और ईमान, हाजिर
are no words for me to express how happy I am to see the song. And I can just say, wow, wow, and just wow. Huge round of applause to all the heroes in white. I would like you all to type out the words in the chat box on how you're feeling after watching this wonderful video. We will also put in the YouTube link because we have put this out on our YouTube channel as well, StepOne's YouTube channel. So we'll be putting up the link. You all can go and view it again and again. Right, moving on. Picture abhi baki hai mere dosto. This is not the end of the session. We have something very, very special coming up. Any guesses on what it is? You can type it in the chat box. So we have Jadoo. That's right. We have some Jadoo coming up, and I'm always excited when it's magic, and it's time for some mind-blowing session. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Aakash Bhatt. He is an international illusionist, hypnotist, and mentalist with 12 years of experience. He has won the Illusionist of the Year award in the year 2016 at the Business Leadership Excellence Summit in 2016. He has performed over 800 shows across US, Mexico, and Caribbean for 2 years. Dear all, he has also performed for celebrities on Colors Kannada, Mazavil Manorama, and Discovery Kids as well. He's interviewed on News 9 for his charity work through ticketed shows. Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time to call on Aakash Bhatt. Over to you, Mr. Aakash Bhatt. We are all waiting for a wonderful performance.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the lovely introduction. Hello, everybody. My name is Aakash. I'm a professional magician and mentalist. And it's an honor, I would say, to be performing to the doctors, the warriors behind the scene, I would say. And I would not call this as step one. I would call it as 10,000 steps. Each step you have had a new doctor collaborate with you. And it's a privilege for me to be here in the presence of all these great people who have been selflessly doing the service. Well, during this pandemic, if there is one thing which everybody has been talking about, apart from COVID, it's about money. And they have all been struggling. Everybody has been going through their own struggles, and artists like me have also been going through struggles because live events are not happening anywhere. And people are asking me, Aakash, what about you? How do you survive during these tough times? Well, I said, I'm an illusionist. I don't need to have a gig to survive. Since I'm a magician, I'm an illusionist. I can actually create illusion of money, you know, and I can probably live with that. For example, if you look at this, I have a 100 rupee note. It's a very crispy note right there. Okay. Now, watch this closely. This is what I used to do in my pandemic times, you know, during the lockdown times. I simply used to fold 100 like that and unfold it. Now, as I folded it and unfolded it, you will notice that the note has transformed into a 500 rupees note. Well, you know, the human mind is greedy, so I went ahead and took it further and I turned it into a 2,000 rupees note. And this is how I have been surviving in the pandemic. I hope Kiran Bedi ma'am is not here, or she might file a case against me. Just to let you know, it was just an illusion, all right? So I don't have any supernatural powers. Whatever you're going to see me perform here, it's all illusions. Sleight of hand, misdirection, psychology, hypnosis. We use all these aspects to create entertainment for you. And that was not actually a 500 or a 2,000 rupees note, which you just saw that. It was actually 100. I made it look like a 500 or 2,000, okay? So we artists are still struggling. Moving on, I want to know in the chat box who is interested in Bollywood and who is interested in movies. Sandalwood, Bollywood, Tollywood, Collywood. I don't know how many words are there. If anybody is interested in movies, if you are a movie buff, you can type a yes in the chat box. Saranya says yes. Okay, let's please have Saranya on video. And please, could you please unmute yourself, Saranya? I want to see where you are. I'm not able to see you, but it doesn't matter. So Saranya, could you please unmute yourself? And say hi to me once you have unmuted so that I know that you have unmuted.
She says no video and audio.
Oh, no video and audio. Okay, then I think we'll have to move to the next participant. It is Anshu Sharma. Can we have Anshu Sharma on video and audio, please? Who is this? Is this?
Hi, I'm Dr. Anshu Sharma. Yeah.
Dr. Anshu Sharma, it's an honor to be performing to you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, please.
So, ma'am, what kind of movies do you usually watch? Do you watch Bollywood movies, Sandalwood movies, Tamil movies, Malayalam, Telugu? Which movies do you watch?
Bollywood, Hindi movies, old classics.
Old classic. The classics are classics. The emotional value they have, I don't find them in the movies these days. You know, the essence is missing. Very rarely I see some movies with those essences. But anyway, ma'am, I have a list of, okay, are you all able to see me? Because I'm not able to see myself. Are you all able to see me? Okay, cool. Okay. So I have a list of Indian celebrities, Indian actors, okay? And I also have something inside this envelope. And this envelope is going to be in your full view, all right? So ma'am, let me show you some actors, the name of some actors here. We have Gulshan Groverji, we have Nana Patekar, we have Abhishek Bachchan. Can you see the names?
Yeah, absolutely.
We have Aishwarya Rai, we have Akshay Kumar, we have Madhuri Dixit, we have some South Indian actor Yash from KGF. We have Sudeep sir. So a lot of names, Mohanlal, Malayalam superstar. So there are about, I would say, roughly 25 to 30 names. Now, if you were here right in front of me, what I would have made you do is choose, just open up to one particular name of a celebrity name randomly. Okay, but since you're not here, we are going to still make you do a random selection and it's going to be completely your choice. I'm going to refill the pages of this booklet like that. And whenever you feel like, you can say the word stop.
Okay, I got it.
I'm going to do it slowly. I'm going to do it slowly so that you get enough time to say stop. Okay, here we go.
Yeah. Stop.
Right there?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to give you a chance. Would you like to move further or would you like to stop here?
Okay, move further. That's okay. Yeah.
No, it's your choice. If you want to stick to this decision, you can stick to this decision.
No. Let's move further. A bit.
Okay. Oh, the pages got over. No, let's try it again.
Okay.
You have to say stop sometime today, man.
Yeah, I got it. Sorry. Yeah, please stop now. Okay, now this is final. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to move further? You're happy with the decision?
Yeah.
Okay, let me clearly show you where you have stopped. You have stopped at, can you read it?
Let me just.
Kangana Ranaut. It's Kangana Ranaut.
Akshay Kumar. Is it Akshay?
It's Kangana Ranaut.
Kangana Ranaut. Okay, got it. Yeah.
Interesting. One of my favorite female actors. And she's everywhere. I see her on Twitter, on Instagram, on news. Although she's on the news everywhere, whatever opinions people have about her, I love her acting. It's beautiful, like very natural act. Okay, so you have made a choice of Kangana. Before that, you had stopped at Madhuri Dixit, I guess. But anyway, so you stopped at Kangana.
Okay.
Yeah, is she your favorite?
Madhuri is my favorite, yes.
Okay, okay.
Sorry.
So, so finally you boiled down to Kangana Ranaut as a selection. Now here I have an envelope, and this envelope was sitting in your full view all the time, right? Now, doctor, would you be impressed if inside this envelope I have the picture of Kangana Ranaut? Would that be cool? I can't hear you. I think you're muted.
And that will be really cool, I said.
Right?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is Kangana Ranaut when she was a baby.
Oh, really? No, this is not done. All babies look the same. How do I know if she's Kangana Ranaut as a baby? This is quite... You made a fool out of all of us.
Yeah, that's my job, you know. No, the lady who introduced me, she was actually lying. I'm not a magician. I'm a stand-up comedian, actually. And I just made a comedy out of this, but then I'm also a magician. You see how Kangana looks right now? That's how she looks.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that.
And
wonderful.
Also making sure that there is nothing else inside the envelope. That was the only picture inside the envelope.
That's great. Impressive.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining, and God bless you for all the work which you are doing.
God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys are having fun, and I had a lot of fun performing to Dr. Anshu. Now we're going to move on to a next volunteer. Somebody said, that's amazing. Mr. Vidyashankar said, that's amazing. Thank you, sir. Now, who would like to volunteer for my next act? Now, while someone is typing a yes, what I'm going to do is I will take out these cards. Okay. I have got these 5 blank cards with me. All right. I hope you can see that. 5 blank cards. Now, I'm going to write the names of 5 random people from the audience, and I'm going to write the first names and also the last names. Okay, we have first name is Manjula Patil. I see Manjula Patil, so I'm going to write the first name here. And Patil over here. So now while I'm doing this, people who are interested to volunteer, you can type a yes. And I'm going to show this name right there, Manjula Patil. You can clearly see that. And I'm going to leave it over there. Next, I'm going to choose the name Suchitra Chandar. Suchitra Chandar. There we go, Suchitra Chandar, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys can see the name clearly. Okay, next we are going to have Poonam Kaul. I'm going to write the name Poonam Kaul, or on this right there, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, Poonam Kaul. Next, I see Radhika Grover. Okay, Radhika Grover, ladies and gentlemen. And last but not the least, we have Veena Suresh Pai. So let me put it as Veena Pai because I don't have much space here. So I'm going to make it Veena Pai in short. So ladies and gentlemen, oh yeah, let me show this name to you as well. Veena Pai, I've written it over there. Now, let me see who has said yes to participate in this. Okay, Geetanjali says yes, and a lot of people are saying yes. I don't know who to choose. Okay. First person to say yes was Suchitra Chandar, I guess, right? Yeah, Suchitra Chandar was the first person to say yes. Could you please have Suchitra Chandar on video and audio, please, so that I can choose, make this person volunteer for my next act. Okay, the sooner we have this person on video and audio, that we're going to save time for my next performances. And while I'm performing to Suchitra Chandar, I request the rest of the people in this audience to grab a pack of cards, a pack of playing cards with you. And I'm going to be choosing one of.
Hi, I'm on.
Hello.
Howdy. Can you see me?
Howdy, howdy. So I'm assuming you're also a doctor?
Yes.
I think, was your name there? I don't know. Your name, I felt as if I have read it somewhere.
That
Maybe
must have been an illusion.
Okay. So doctor, hope you're doing great.
Thank you. I'm doing well. I'm doing well, Akash.
So while I'm performing to Dr. Suchitra, I request the rest of the people, if you have a pack of playing cards with you, grab it. It need not be a full pack of cards. It could be probably 20, 30 cards, 40 cards, but not less than 30 cards. We need to have at least 30 cards. Okay. So Dr. Suchitra, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
I have actually written your name as well. Yeah, there it is, Suchitra Chandar. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut these cards right in the center. Okay, right in the center. So now I have separated the first names and the last names. You can see them, right?
I can.
Okay. Now I will keep one of these stacks face down. Let's say the first name stack. I'll keep it face down and I will give it a mix like so. Now we're going to play a game, okay? I'm going to trust on your instincts. We all have instincts deep within. There is this inner voice which guides us, but the mind doesn't listen to this inner voice. But this inner voice is so true most of the times, and you're going to use your instincts, okay? And let the instincts guide you for this game called Will the Names Match? So I'm going to spell the words will the names match. Let's say we choose the word will, W-I-L-L, and in a moment you're going to choose one of these stacks. Let's say you chose this stack over here, the left stack to my left. For every letter of the word will, I'm going to take a card from the top and I'm going to put it on the bottom. W-I-L-L, like so. You got it?
Yep.
Now, as I'm doing this, doctor, you can say the word switch any moment in the middle of me spelling it. If I say W-I, you say switch. I switch to this stack and continue spelling L-L. You got it? Now you can say switch once, you can say switch twice. It's completely your choice. You can say switch thrice also, as long as we have enough turns left. All right. So everything henceforth is going to be your decision and it's going to be based on your instincts. So could you please relax yourself? Take a deep breath. Relax yourself from the top of your head to the tip of your toes, completely relaxed. And just focus on what I'm going to ask you to do. All right. So doctor, would you like to go for the stack on the left or the stack on the right?
Left.
To my left?
Yep.
Okay, will is the word. You can say switch anytime you like, any number of times you like, all right?
Okay.
W. I.
Switch.
Okay. L. L. Okay, will is done. So we're going to leave the two cards there, the two top cards there. The is the word. Left stack or right stack?
Right.
Okay. T.
Switch.
H.
Switch.
E. You made it hard on me this time. I'm going to leave these two cards over there. Names is the word. Will, the is done. Names is the word. Left stack or right stack?
Right.
Okay. N. A. M,
Switch.
E,
Switch.
S. So I'm going to leave these two cards over there. Match is the word. Left stack or right stack?
Right.
Right. Women are always right.
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay, match is the word. Ready? M, A,
Switch.
T, C,
Switch.
H. So we are done. So we're going to leave these two cards over here and we're going to leave these two cards over here. So now, doctor, did you feel it was completely your choice? Did I influence you anywhere? No, right? It was completely your choice.
Yes.
Right from the stack which we chose to where you wanted to switch, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Then, I don't know how, but your instincts seem to be very powerful because right here we have Poonam and it's Kaul. Is that correct? Is the name matching?
Perfect.
We have Veena and Pai.
Woohoo.
We have Radhika, Grover, and of course, you can't miss your name, Suchitra, Chandar, and
is that right? I'm not so sure about that.
Sorry?
I was not so sure about the Suchitra and Chandar. Are you sure?
Okay,
just kidding. Just
there.
kidding. Just kidding. It's right.
Okay. You made me nervous at the moment. Mandala Patil, ladies and gentlemen, I think this doctor deserves a round of applause for
amazing
her
work.
Powerful instincts, doctor. You're doing a fantastic job. Thank you so much. Let these instincts guide you through all the decisions. Thank you. Let these instincts guide you through all the decisions in your life. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you all. Great.
Thank you, ma'am. So now I have a deck of cards here with me. This is an old deck of cards. I'm keeping this deck of cards still because I use this pack of cards to perform for Isha Ambani's wedding, and it's a memory for me, you know. So I thought, let me keep it. It's old, but it's going to be more like a memory for me. So now, who all have playing cards ready with you? You can type a yes. While you type a yes, I'm going to give these cards a shuffle. Okay, and also before I do that, let me also show you these cards. Okay, clearly show you these cards. It's a regular deck of cards, not that magician's pack of cards like how how common people suspect whenever a magician pulls out any prop, how the common people suspect it's not any special pack of cards, all right? It's a normal deck of cards, front and back. Now, I'm going to give these cards a shuffle. Okay, and we're also going to choose someone from the audience. And also I'm going to give these cards a cut, like so. And I will leave these cards inside the box. Now, okay, we have a lot of people here, and let's say...
Dr. Abhiruchi has it ready from morning, so I think we should choose her.
Abhiruchi? Okay, so can we have Abhiruchi on video and audio, please? Okay, there is Dr. Abhiruchi. Hello, doctor.
Hello. Hi.
How are you doing, doctor?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, can we have you on video call? On video, so that...
Yeah, am I audible and visible?
Yes, you're audible and visible. So, doctor, do you have a pack of cards with you? I have just shuffled my pack of cards.
Yes,
I'm going to leave them inside.
I have.
Right. Okay,
yeah,
what kind of games do you usually play?
I don't usually play cards now, but in my childhood, I used to play, I think, rummy and sweep and things like that. But now it's a long time. This is my son's pack.
Yeah, and I can imagine during these times, you would not even get time to play cards, right?
Yeah.
The kind of sacrifice which you do for the betterment of the world. So, doctor, Could you please give your cards a quick shuffle?
Okay.
And you can stop when you are convinced that you have shuffled the cards really well.
Yeah, done.
Okay. Now, could you please keep the cards in face down in your hand? Face down in your hand.
Like this?
Okay. Yes, perfect. Now, could you please name a number between 1 to 20? Any number between 1 to 20.
10.
Sorry?
10. 10.
10. Okay. Now, what I need you to do is count to the 10th card in your pack. Okay? And show the 10th card to everybody. And when you're dealing the cards down, clearly show it in front of the camera so that everybody gets to see that you're going to reach out the 10th card from the top. Okay, please hold the cards in front of the camera and start dealing the cards one by one. Yes.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, for a moment, your camera switched. I can't see. Could you please show the card to the camera? What is the card?
It's 8.
Okay, so
Clubs 8.
Okay, clubs 8. Okay, yeah, now I can see you. Sorry, for a moment it was
okay,
completely blank. Yeah, I could not see you. Okay, now, was this a completely random moment? Everything which happened in front of you right now, was it a completely random moment?
Yeah.
It was, right? So, doctor, you know what? You know how sometimes two people say the same words at the same time? Have you had that experience?
Yeah.
And how you bump into your friend at a random place, right?
Right.
And also how you think of someone and that person calls you.
Yeah, telepathy.
Telepathy. Telepathy, if it's a female, it's telepathy. So there is actually a deeper meaning to this randomness. We think it is random, but there is a deeper meaning to this randomness. There is a deeper purpose. Or I would say there is a deeper connection. So it's really hard to take out these cards. 1 second. It's a bit old. More cards left. Now, there was a reason why you shuffle the cards those many times. Because the 8 of clubs was meant to be at the 10th position.
Okay.
Watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just like how 8 of clubs was meant to be at the 10th position in my pack of cards.
Wow. Wow. Great.
There is a deep connection. We are all connected. It's not random. There is a bigger picture to it.
Very nice.
Thank you so much, Doctor. I hope you enjoyed that.
Thank you. Yeah, I really enjoyed. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you. You like the song?
Okay.
You like the song? The song video is done by me. This song just played.
Yes, yes. I liked it. Oh, it was done by you?
Yeah.
Okay. I liked it. Sorry, because there were a lot of people there, right? I got confused. Fantastic job. In the middle of your busy schedule, you got time to do such a beautiful song composition, this music, video, everything. It's amazing.
Thank you to all the doctors participating. They were the inspiration and encouragement.
Actually, you guys are multi-talented. I did not know that. Thanks for the amazing trick. Ramita Pai says, thank you so much, Ramita. And okay, who is familiar with playing cards? Who is familiar with playing cards? If anybody is familiar with playing cards, you can type a yes, like the suits, the value. Okay. Amit Chaudhary says he's familiar with playing cards. Okay, I'm not going to use that back for the next act. Firstly, it's a bit stuck inside the box, and I'm going to use your imagination, Amit. Where is Amit? Can we have Amit on video and audio, please? Okay, where is Mr. Amit? I'm not able to see him. Okay, team, could you please make Mr. Amit's video and audio available for me? Thank you, Dr.
Amit, you can talk now. You're unmuted.
Yes, yes.
Okay, I'm just trying to search Amit here, Mr. Amit here. I can't see. No problem. You can see me, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, are you also a doctor?
No, no.
You're not?
No.
Okay. So, Mr. Amit,
Yes.
you said you are familiar with playing cards. So let's try a small mental experiment with you, okay? I'm going to try to read your mind over the internet. Okay? It's really tough because there is network latency also. I need to consider all those elements here. So, Amit, I need you to imagine there is a pack of cards spread in front of you. Are you looking at me or on the screen?
Yes.
Imagine a pack of cards is spread in front of you. There are no jokers in this pack because there's one sitting in front of you right now. Now, in this pack of cards, there are no jokers. I need you to think of a random playing card out of these 52 cards. You got a card in your mind, Amit?
Yes.
Now, just before we go ahead, I wanted to clear some things. Ace of Spades and Queen of Hearts are the most commonly chosen cards, okay? I hope you have not chosen Ace of Spades or Queen of Hearts. Yes or no?
Yes.
You have chosen?
Yes.
Okay. If you have chosen Ace of Spades or Queen of Hearts, I would suggest that you go for a completely random card because these are the most commonly chosen cards. That's why. You got another card in your mind?
Yes.
Okay. So, Mr. Amit, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to read your mind, all right? And in that process, I'm going to try and bet my money to guess the card which you're thinking of. You are just thinking of a card in your mind, right? I'm going to try to bet my money. And let me show you how much money I have. I have 200 bucks here and I have 100 bucks here. That's it. Because of the pandemic, that's the budget I have for betting, all right? So please bear with me. So I'm going to leave these hundreds over here. The first 100, I'm going to bet it on the color of your card, Amit. You know that the clubs and spades are black, hearts and diamonds are red, correct? So think of the color of your card. Could you do that for me?
Yes.
I'm betting my first 100 on the color black. Yes or no?
Yes.
Is it correct? Okay.
Yeah.
So I've just saved 100. So we have 2 more hundreds left. I mean, the next 100, I'm going to bet it on the suit of your card. Since it's black, it should be either clubs or spades. Think of the suit of your card. Next 100, I'm betting on the suit spades. Is it correct?
Which?
Amit?
Anji?
Spades. I request you to respond quickly so that I know that there is no network issue.
No.
Because I'm not
no.
able. It was not spade?
No.
It was a clubs? Amit, are you there?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. It's
Okay,
a 7.
don't tell me the card.
Okay.
Don't tell me the value of the card. Okay. Okay. And was it a club? I think I said spade, but it was not spade, right?
No.
I'm not able to hear you, Amit. Was it a club or a spade? Quick.
Club.
Man, I just lost 100. We have 1 more 100 left. I'm going to try to save the last 100 which I have, but Amit, I request you to please respond quickly. Now that you said 7, I request you to change the value of your card. Please don't think of 7. Think of another value of your card. You got it? A new value. Keep thinking. The last 100, I'm going to bet it on the value of the card. Now it's no more 50-50 chance. It's about 13 values, and I'm going to choose one of them. 5?
No.
What was the value?
11.
11.
Yes.
So it was a jack. Jack is 11. You know that, right?
Yeah.
10, jack, queen, and king. So basically 13 and 12 and 11, 12, and 13 is jack, queen, and king. Man, I lost 200s to you. So you're getting 200 rupees, which is equivalent to 2 N95 masks, Amit. But Amit, you know what? You have been a tricky person to read because your response is very late, and I find it difficult to understand your pattern. But luckily, you changed your card from the 7 of clubs to the jack of clubs, where I was able to reinforce. It was not actually about reading the mind here, Amit.
Okay.
You thought I was reading your mind, but actually it was about influencing the jack of clubs into your mind. Do you believe me?
Yes.
You believe me. Wow. I should have more volunteers like you who are readily believing me. I'll give you a proof, Amit. You know why these notes are folded? Because inside each of these notes, Amit, I had written a small prediction. What does it say? Jack.
Yes.
Of clubs.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Amit, for your silence throughout the performance.
Thank you.
It is so difficult to perform when people are. There is a lag, perhaps. I don't know. Thank you so much, Amit. I hope you guys enjoyed. And Anshu Sharma says gives applauses. Suchitra gives awesome. Akash, but thank you. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 more acts left, and I'm right on time. I'm right on schedule. I'm going to perform my next act with another pack of cards because the other pack is having a small problem. Who would like to volunteer for the next act? Okay, SRH says mind-blowing. Thank you. Thank you so much. If someone is interested in participating for my next act, you can type a yes in the box, the chat box. Okay, this is my last but one act. I request people to respond quickly because I don't want to waste time here. Ramita says yes. Let's have Ramita on video and audio, please. So the moment Ramita is unmuted, I request her to say a hi so that I know that. Thank you, Gitanjali Sharma. Thank you so much for your kind words, encouraging words. Ramita, hello, Ramita.
Hello,
where are you?
hi.
Okay.
Can you see me?
Yes, there you are.
But
So,
yes, hello.
Ramita?
Yes, I'm a pediatrician.
Okay. So doctor, nice, pediatrician, nice. So doctor, I have a pack of cards. Let me just show you again. So you're familiar with the suits, the value and all that, right?
Right. But I don't have a pack of cards with me now.
It's all right. So I'm going to give these cards a shuffle. Okay. Now it doesn't matter even if you don't know the value or the suit of the cards and all that. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay. So I'm going to show you something with, let's say, I'm going to take the top card here, right here. The Jack of Spades.
Okay.
And I'm going to leave your Jack of Spades over here. Okay.
Done.
And are you able to see me and hear me?
Yes, I can.
I'm going to dribble the cards and just say stop wherever you feel like. All right. Just say stop.
Stop.
Okay. I'm going to push the card forward like that so that you all can see. Can you see your card? That's the 9 of Hearts.
Right. Absolutely.
You can see your card.
Yes.
Okay. So now I'm going to take out your card and I will try to do something crazy. I'm going to try to, I have ripped off the corner of the 9 of, and I'm going to just turn it into a small ball. Okay. Watch. Let's squeeze this got into a tiny ball and as I squeeze, it slowly starts to dissolve.
Okay. It's gone.
It's gone. Just
Disappeared.
like all my money. And the strange part is, if you look at the Jack of Spades now.
Yeah.
Behind the Jack of Spades.
Okay.
Is the missing corner of your.
That is amazing. Okay.
Did you get to see that?
Yes, yes, I did. Thank you.
No, it's not over yet. I'm going to actually show it to you close up.
Okay, okay.
You see it, right?
Yes.
Up close.
Right.
Yeah. Now watch this. I just do that. That's when actually 9. Jack of Spades.
Wow. That was awesome. Congratulations. You are enthralling us like kids. Thank you. Thank you.
Magic makes people kids. Magic breaks the age, language,
yes, very true.
Barriers. It makes you a kid.
Very true. Very true, Mr. Akash. But it was so nice to be part of that trick. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So now, thank you for participating, ma'am. It's an honor to be performing. I'm going to finish off with something important. Okay, I'm going to just leave it right there. I have my. Now I will need. Okay, I will need a few people to names. Okay, I will need. Tricks are all great. Give us the recipe to do these tricks. Okay, so I have my calculator here. I will need someone to type a 3-digit number. Anybody to type a 3-digit number. Please type a 3-digit number. Now, 321. 1 second, hold on. Yeah, 321. The first number I saw was 3. Okay, enough. You can stop. You guys can stop. Stop. Yes. See, that's another magic. So 3, 2, 1. Okay. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to hit minus. I need a number which is very less than 3, 2, 1. A 3-digit number which is lesser than 3, 2, 1. Can someone type it, please? 1, 2, 2 was the first number I saw. Okay, I'm going to put 1, 2, 2. All right. And I'm going to hit minus again. I will need a 2-digit number. We are at 199 right now. I need a 2-digit number right now. Oh, 11. Okay. All right. I have typed 11 there. I'm going to hit divide symbol right now. Okay. I'm going to hit divide. I'm going to type a random 2-digit number completely by keeping the phone face down. Okay. Let me see where the keypad is. Okay. It's right there. Okay. I hit equals. So we have come to a random number here. It is in decimal value, 0. Can you all see that? 0.7 4 times 1041. This is really interesting. I typed 87. I did not see that. How could you see that? I don't know. But anyway, this is a decimal value, 0.74 times 1041. And the thing is, we ended up with this number, with this decimal point value number, because of all your decisions. The fastest finger first to type those 3-digit numbers and 2-digit numbers have guided me to come to this number after dividing it finally. Now, remember this number, okay? I'll just leave the phone over here so that, and I'll also touch it again so that it doesn't, the screen doesn't get locked. Inside this envelope, I had a prediction, okay? I'm going to leave the prediction right there and also show you the envelope is empty. Nothing inside the envelope. inside this prediction, envelope, I had this prediction. And ladies and gentlemen, this is crazy because you all ended up with this number, 0.7, 4 times, that's 4 times, 1 and 0.41. And guess what? Even I had predicted the same, 0.7, 4 times 1, 0.41. Now, there is again a deeper purpose to why we ended up with this decimal value here, 0.7, 4 times 1, 0.41, because this number is a sign of gratitude to all the doctors and the frontline COVID warriors. This number is a sign of gratitude because if I turn it upside down, it says the word thank you. Dear doctors and COVID warriors, I would like to thank you on behalf of all the common citizens of this country for doing a selfless job and helping us. Thank you. May God bless you all. May us all come out of these tough times together and let the economy blossom. Let us all live in peace and harmony. Thank you so much. My name is Akarsh, and thank you to Step One for inviting me to perform to you all. It was my privilege, it was my honor to be performing.
Wow, wasn't that awesome, everyone? Let's all type in AA in the chat box, which means amazing Akarsh, right? So let's all type in AA in the chat box right away. So you're going to have a new title from Project Step One saying amazing Akarsh, which you can use. Thank you so much, Akarsh, for presenting this mesmerizing show.
Before I leave, I need you guys to take screenshot of those reactions there. Wonderful, awesome, magic with fun and gratitude. So I need, someone please take a screenshot of these reactions so that I can cherish this later after the show. Yeah. Thank you so much. Over to you. Thank you for introducing me in such a wonderful way. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice time. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Akarsh, for joining in and for presenting such a wonderful show. Thank you so much. Right. I think with this, we have come to the end of the show. But before we end the show, we all just heard an amazing true story from Dr. Kiran Bedi Madam on how she owes her life, the life of her father to the doctor, who saved her father's life. So why not watch a small video from her end directly from Dr. Kiran Bedi Madam? Let's have the video, a very, very small video. Please do watch it and come back.
And friends, because I owe the life of my father to the medical profession. I recall when I was only 6 years old and my father had a very severe fatal accident. He was on a motorbike. We were from Amritsar, and he was on a motorbike on a Sunday, and a jeep came, bashed him up, threw him down on the road, and just ran away. But somewhere the people shouted at the jeep and said, "What are you doing?" It was a hit and run. They caught hold of the jeep. They made sure my father's removed to the nearest hospital called Vijay Hospital in Amritsar. I was only 6 years old at that time. I still remember how my mother went barefooted running from home to the hospital when she realized, and she just ran, and we young sisters, me and my younger sister, 4-year-old, we ran behind my mother. But when we reached the hospital, my father told the doctor there, "Call Dr. So-and-so. He is my tennis friend, and if he comes, I'm safe." And fortunately, that doctor was available at that time in the hospital, and he came. He told my mother in my presence that if he survives for the next 24 hours, he survives, otherwise not. And my father said, "No, if I'm in your hands, I will survive," for my 3 daughters. We were 3 of us at that time. So every time, friends, I get an invitation from any medical conference or group, I never miss it. because I come back to express my gratitude to this medical profession. Imagine if I had lost my father at the age of 6 and this doctor had not taken care of my father, I would have been probably not here today.
Isn't that inspiring? Thank you so much, doctors, for doing such a wonderful job and for saving all of us and protecting all of us. Thank you so much. Right, we now have one more very special video from the Honorable Chief Minister of Goa, Shri Pramod. We will be played to you right now. Can we have the video, please?
Hello everyone. I wish all the doctors a very happy Doctors' Day for their selfless services to the society. Doctors' Day is one small occasion to say thank you to all the doctors. As we all are aware, India is hit with the second wave. The biggest need to win over this fight are the volunteer organization. I would like to specially thank the doctors of the project Step One, a non-profit organization, which is on a mission to augment the government resources with the technology, the people, and the process to effectively fight COVID. Their support for COVID-affected citizens of Goa, especially those in home isolation, has helped us in Goa's fight against COVID. I would like to use this opportunity to also thank all the doctors, medical professionals and volunteers for contributing your time for the country in a fight against COVID. You have created a great impact and saving millions of lives, and I am sure that India can soon be free from COVID. I appeal to everybody watching this video to come forward and register yourself to volunteer at Project Step One. With everybody's support, we will win this battle against COVID. Jai Hind, Jai Gomantak.
Thank you. We have one more special video from Srimati Meenakshi Negi, who is the IFS. She is a forest officer, and also she is managing the COVID room as well. So can we have the video from her, please?
Good morning, everybody. My name is Meenakshi Negi. I am a forest officer, Karnataka Kada, and I have been associated with the COVID initiatives of the government of Karnataka ever since the pandemic first broke out in March 2020. And one of the initiatives in which I have been involved is the Step One Home Isolation Calling. So Step One is a volunteer-driven organization, as you all know. That technology platform has been used by the government through an association with the government of Karnataka and to reach out to all the people who are isolated at home. And in that respect, it is, I think, one of the largest operations of Step One in the country, not only in terms of the number of cases handled, which has been humongous actually, but also in terms of the integration and the association with the various government departments and agencies, the health agencies that Step One has been associated with. For example, there have been government doctors, medical students, MBBS, homeopathy, Ayurveda, dental, all kinds of thousands, more than 10,000 students are active on the platform. Government doctors, the health authorities, the district authorities, as well as policymakers. So all these people have come together, use the Step One platform to reach out to people who are at home, isolated at home, either out of choice because they are fit to be at home, or especially when they are at home because they could not find beds or other, they did not have access to the right kind of health infrastructure at some point of time. So they were at home. So the Step One platform helped us to deal with the pandemic in a much more structured manner than we could have managed without the platform, because I think lakhs of SMSs have gone out, thousands of people have been called, tens of thousands of people have been called through manual calls and automated calling, and all our doctors and students have really learned a lot from this not an experiment actually, through this initiative, because this is a kind of a learning experience for them, so they are prepared for the future and they will know how to deal with things. I must take this opportunity to thank all of you who are on this platform, the volunteers. You have gone beyond the call of duty, really. You have devoted time and effort and energy, and you have reached out to patients, needy people who are at home, and you have counseled them, you have been with them in their hours of grief and sorrow, and counseled them, given them medicines. So, and that has been a pillar of fighting this pandemic, especially in the second wave when the numbers were so overwhelming. So these kinds of technology platforms are here to stay, and with your support, it has been possible for us to fight the pandemic this time. I congratulate all of you. I thank each one of you from the bottom of my heart, and I wish all of you a very happy Doctor's Day, and God bless you. Thank you so much.
Dear doctors, all these are special videos just for you from so many stakeholders who applaud the efforts of Project Step One and the volunteer doctors. Thank you so much for all the dedication that you have shown, for your contributions, for your perseverance. Thank you so much. Can I have any doctor from the audience to come up and share your experience on today's session? Anybody who can put it in the chat box, and I'll pick you up and unmute you, so that anybody who wants to share the experience are open to share. Yes, Dr. Purnima. Yes, I will do that. One second. Dr. Purnima, can you hear? Can you please share your experience?
Yeah.
How did you find today's?
It's been a great program today. We all thoroughly enjoyed it, and honestly, yeah, it's been a great, memorable journey in the last 13-14 months now with Step One, and it was a very happy occasion today on the occasion of Doctor's Day, and we celebrating all these things. Step One has been my second family. I have always maintained that, and it was very nice. Akash Bhatt's program was long expected since morning actually. So all of us were waiting for his program. Of course, Dr. Susin, the Chief Minister, Deputy Chief Minister, everybody. Thank you so much for providing this opportunity. And it was a very nice thing to get recognized. Not that we need the recognition, but it feels good that when we get recognized. Yeah, it's been 5 months to the day since my mother passed away. So she's been my greatest inspiration today. And I honestly owe this to her, to all her, encouragement. Thank you so much, Step One. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Purnima, for sharing that. Dr. Uma Rao, I just saw your message. I'm so sorry I missed your message on WhatsApp. Yes, please do share your words.
Yeah. Am I being heard? Hello?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you, but there is an echo.
Yeah. So, thank you very much. I have been in Step One for the past 1.5 years.
Sorry to interrupt. Ma'am, if you have opened any other channel like YouTube, please close that so the echo will cut down.
No, I have not opened any other channel. Hello?
Ma'am, we will come back to you. Technical issues and then come back to you. Thank you so much. We have one more special video for all the doctors from Sri Ravi Dhawan, who is the Goa IAS Secretariat. Let's have the video, please.
Hello, this is Naved Khan. I'm COVID volunteer for District Lakhimpur Kheri.
I'm sorry. I think we'll be playing the video from Shri Lakhimpur Kheri, who is the implementation officer. So can we have that video, please?
This is Naved Khan. I'm COVID volunteer for District Lakhimpur Kheri, Uttar Pradesh. I am assisting the district administration as an implementation officer to roll out Step 1 initiatives in my districts. The way Step 1 has developed the technology and the initiatives, it's really helping us to handle this devastating virus effectively. The way they are containing the spread, the way they are making us to reach out the patients is really commendable. We really thank Step 1 for this. Dear doctors, you have always played an important role in our life. And in this pandemic, the way you have served the people of this country is really invaluable. We really thank you from bottom of our hearts. Please accept our gratitude. Happy Doctors Day. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the video. Can we have the video from Shri Ravi Dhawan, IAS officer, please?
Hello everyone, this is Ravi Dhawan. I'm Secretary Health, Government of Goa. And at the outset, I would like to wish everyone a very, very happy Doctors Day. I would like to express my gratitude on behalf of the Government of Goa to all the doctors who have worked tirelessly, selflessly in our entire fight since last year against the pandemic. In particular, I would like to thank the volunteers at Step 1, the medical professionals who have actually stepped up and provided us tremendous support during the fight against COVID, particularly for our patients who were under home isolation. We decided to engage Step 1 at a time when Goa was seeing its peak at around 3,500 to 4,000 cases a day, and to come in at such a point of time, take over from the second day when the calls go out using the iVirus technology, and help everyone out in the health department, in our Directorate of Health Services as an extended arm of us, was extremely commendable. I am really thankful to not just the doctors at Step 1, but also the people who would be assisting them, the tech team behind them, who have helped us leverage IT and provided us an opportunity, provided the people with an opportunity to be monitored in a way that was far more efficient and far more systemic. My special thanks to all of you guys who have worked in Step 1, and through this medium, I would also like to appeal to others who can come and step up and be a part of the Step 1 team, so that hopefully we'll not have another wave, but whenever it hits us, we are far more prepared with more numbers of medical professionals on the ground who can help us, medical professionals who can teleconsult and help us. My thanks again, best wishes on the Doctors' Day to all the doctors once again. Thank you.
We must say a big thank you to all these members who have sent their video, taking time of the busy schedules to encourage and to thank our doctors. Thank you so much. And thank you to the tech team for presenting all these videos. Last but not the least, may I now request Vidya Shankar sir to please present the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Shruti. Namaskar to all. We have a Sanskrit shloka by name,
शरीरे जर्जरीभूते व्याधिग्रस्ते कलेवरे औषधं ज्ञानवे तोयं वैद्यो नारायण हरिः. Our philosophy have always recognized a doctor, a godly. My sincere pranamas to all the doctors who stood like a rock, fought and fighting against the unseen enemy, coronavirus. Step 1, acknowledge its sincere thanks through the theme, My Hero Wears White. I also take this opportunity to convey my gratitude to every Step 1 volunteer who has stood with every doctor on and off the ground in this fight. May God bless you all. The true leaders are focused and multitaskers. And we Step 1ers are blessed to work with visionaries like Dr. Kiran Bedi ma'am, Shri Arvind Kejriwal ji, and Dr. Ashwath Nayan sir, and other eminent officers of various state governments. We sincerely thank these visionary leaders to embrace the Step 1 and help to reach COVID-affected citizens. This is a mammoth task and they all have handled seamlessly. We thank you again for your presence here in our Step 1 Doctors' Day celebrations. Big thanks to my good friend Akarsh Bhatt, who is an international renowned illusionist who accepted our invitation to perform the show without a second thought, who surely entertained all of us. I thank and wish him always the best. Last but never the least, I wholeheartedly thank all of my co-volunteers at Step 1. Your presence has made many to smile even during the toughest time of this pandemic. May God bless you all again. I also take this opportunity to convey my special thanks to Shruti, Poonam, Vivek, and Prajwal for putting up this event together. And also my kind regards to Lalit, who is a good friend of mine, who co-hosted this event. Thanks again to all the doctors. My hero wears white. Jai Hind, Jai Step 1. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, doctors, volunteers, guests, for coming on this Sunday and attending this program and to making it a huge success. Thank you so much. See you next time. Until then, stay home, stay safe, and keep saying thank you to our heroes in white. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.